So what can they possibly do about Toy Story 4? Well, let me tell you about it. Hello everyone, welcome to the Gamma Sector, where we expose comics, movies, and video games to the world and find out how they work. My name's Taylor Campbell. Thank you for joining. Toy Story is my all-time favorite movie. I love it. I even still have my toys. I have a t-shirt. You can see I have a t-shirt. I've collected a few of the buddy packs and I use them to decorate my room. I even have a lunchbox.
A lunchbox. We've got a lunchbox here.
A lunchbox? Lunchbox? Lunch.
Because of my love for this movie, I get asked tons of questions about it. Everything from how come Bullseye can't talk to how do the toys even come alive? And probably the question I get asked most though is about the fourth movie. What can they possibly do with the fourth movie to make it better or even equal the previously released Toy Story trilogy? And no, it's actually really surprising what is available for them to do. But in order to explain that, first we need to go over the original Toy Story trilogy and why it works so well. And to do that, we need to talk a little bit about the trilogy formula. Every good trilogy is based on the hero's journey. Every good movie is based on the hero's journey as well, but the trilogy kind of stretches it out. And the hero's journey is naturally split into three different segments. The first segment is the call to adventure. The second segment is the abyss. And the third segment is the climax. There's a lot more parts to it than that, and each of those three sections has a lot going for it, but for our purposes here, that will suffice. In the call to adventure, the hero will have a goal and a little taste of the reward that will come when he accomplishes that goal. In the abyss, the character is going to face the dark side of that and what might have to be sacrificed in order to accomplish this goal. It's dark, it's going to be a little bit grittier. In the climax, the hero is required to pick what side they're going to be on. Are they going to fulfill their goal? Or are they going to give up on their goal? And they're going to have to eventually decide what they're going to give up. And Toy Story is no different. In the first film, the toys explain what their goal is, and their goal is to be there for Andy when he needs them.
It doesn't matter how much we're played with. What matters is that we're here for Andy when he needs us. That's what we're made for, right?
And then at the end of the movie, they get a little taste of what that means and the reward that comes from it. The second movie deals with the dark consequences of that. Like, what happens when kids outgrow you? What happens when you get broken in playtime? And then you're faced with, should I really pursue this goal or should I go off and give up? And the third film is about whether they should continue on this path when it feels like they don't really need to be needed, or go ahead and leave and do something else. There's more to it than that. There's more to the movies than that, but again, this will suffice for our purposes here. So where does a fourth installment come in? Well, there's always the same question that comes up when we're talking about a fourth installment, and that is, are the heroes happy? After the hero completes his journey, he's now part of a new normal. We've gone back to the beginning, back to the goal and to the call to adventure. And with Toy Story, there's a lot of opportunity here. Ideas about toys have changed dramatically since 1995 when the first film was released and when the first film takes place. For example, say Bonnie gets an iPad. Now the toys are back to their original goal from the first film, which was we're going to be there for Andy when he needs us, or now is the case for Bonnie when she needs us. But instead of pursuing that goal, the question is now, is that even the goal anymore? Things have changed, times have changed. Is this what we're going to do now? And this happens in nearly every quadrilogy that I can think of. And I mean, sometimes it works really well, and other times it sort of doesn't. But Pixar has a really good track record of making great films, making great stories, so I think we can trust them on this.
I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried.
And the next thing we know about Toy Story 4 is what Pixar has told us. But they haven't said much. Pretty much all we know at this point is that Bo Peep is going to be back, and Woody and Bo Peep are going to have some kind of romantic relationship in it. So I say we can expect two things from Toy Story 4. The first thing is they're going to address the question, do toys even really need to be needed anymore? We're probably going to see these toys that have gotten a new owner, they have a new kid that they're taking care of and they're watching over, and all of a sudden, they're not needed as much anymore. Their entire existence is like dissipating. And the other thing is we're probably going to have Woody and Bo Peep ask that question. If I was in charge of writing the story, what would happen is Woody and Buzz would find Bo Peep, and Bo Peep would ask Woody if he wants to go with her and her family, or Woody's going to ask Bo Peep if she wants to come at Bonnie's house. And Buzz is going to be like this mediator, who's going to be like, look, we're still needed, we're still wanted. And Woody's going to be like, I don't know. Been through Andy already, and Bonnie's already kind of stopped paying attention to us. What are we going to do about this now? What's the point? So, that's what I say. Keep those ideas in mind as we're moving up towards Toy Story 4 and its release in 2019. Oh, that's a long ways away. But suffice it to say that I'm excited. I think you guys should be excited too, and I'm definitely going to be first in line for that opening showing. And with that said, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. And remember to always be your best self.